Alright, so good day everyone. Okay, so now we are going to tackle about the conflict analysis. Okay, so basically conflict analysis is a conflict alone is a natural part of human interaction, often arising from differences in values, needs or interest. Okay, conflict analysis is a vital tool for understanding the root causes, the dynamics, and as well as the stakeholders involved, enabling effective resolution strategies. Okay, so basically, this report highlights the importance of conflict analysis, its key principles, and its role in fostering understanding and sustainable solutions.
Alright, so as stated here in our presentation slide, okay, allow me to read. So conflict analysis though is the process of examining and understanding the reality of a conflict from various perspectives. Okay, so it describes the systematic study of the profile, the causes, the actors, and as well as the dynamics of conflict with the aim of gaining a thorough understanding of what is going on. Okay, so without conflict analysis, we cannot answer the questions that are cornerstone of a conflict-sensitive approach. So basically, I think this is very self-explanatory in conflict analysis. This is how we are going to analyze and evaluate such cases na mararanasan natin in our everyday basis. So basically, kapag conflict analysis, i-analyze natin or ating i-evaluate kung ano ba yung mga nagiging causes, kung ano yung mga magiging possible causes na mangyayari sa isang situation kung saan nagkakaroon tayo ng conflict, and as well as i-evaluate natin kung ano ba yung mga factors na pwedeng maging effect nun sa atin as an individual. Okay, so in conflict analysis, we are going to use mamaya we are going to dive in with different methods and approaches na pwede natin gamitin for us to be able to solve a certain solution or a certain problem or scenarios. Okay, so that is basically a conflict analysis. Okay, so for us to be able to easily understand what is conflict analysis, basically ito lang yung how we are going to analyze a scenario wherein i-analyze natin kung ano ba yung nagiging causes ng conflict na yun and kung paano natin siya aayusin, ano yung mga method na gagamitin natin, and ano yung magiging factors na makaka-apekto nun sa atin. Okay, so that is conflict analysis. Alright, so moving forward, the purpose of conflict analysis will, to some extent, determine the nature of the method of conflict analysis you will choose to use. So nevertheless, all conflict analysis methods have some key questions in common. So this can be combined in different ways to tailor a conflict analysis process to conflict you are working on. So basically, this slide means lang na the purpose of conflict analysis is for us to be able to determine what method we are going to use for us to be able to fix some conflicts that we have. Okay, so sabi niya dito, all conflict analysis methods have some key questions in common. So pare-pareho yung pwedeng, meron silang mga pagkakapareho, however, it depends on the situations that we have. Okay, so sabi niya dito, this can be combined in different ways to tailor. So pwede natin siyang, yung isang method, pwede natin gamitin sa isang situations, pwede yung dalawang method, pwede natin siyang gamitin sa isang situation, basta it depends, okay, sa context of that certain conflict. Okay, so that is the purpose of the conflict analysis. Ayan, so next one we are going to proceed na. Okay, as so we mentioned earlier, diba, we are going to tackle about some methods or approaches that we are going to use for us to be able to, to fix some certain conflicts. So meron na tayong tools and methods in conflict analysis assessment. Right, so we have here an ABC of conflict or ABC triangle. So this one is the first method that we can use for us to be able to fix a conflict. Okay, so that is what we call the ABC of conflict or ABC triangle. So this method provides for the identification of three basic components in conflict. So first one, we have the attitude, we have the behavior, and we have the context. So basically, kaya siya parang naging abbreviation of ABC kasi it consists of letter A, attitude, letter B, behavior, and letter C, context. Attitude refers to the emotional and cognitive dimensions of conflict. Diba? So it includes how individuals or groups perceive, feel about, and think of each other in a conflict situation. So example niyan, yun na siya yung fear of losing power, resentment about historical wrongs, negative stereotypes, ethnic or religious hatred, and so on. So negative attitudes such as hostility or mistrust can intensify a conflict. So conversely, positive attitudes such as understanding and respect can lead to resolution. Kaya, attitude is mahalaga when it comes to a conflict. Kung nagkakaroon tayo ng isang conflict, attitude is the top tier talaga. Kaya nga nasa tuktok rin siya ng ating, kumbaga, ng ating pyramid. Okay, so next one, sa letter B natin, we have the behavior. Okay, so example niyan, riots, bombings, mass imprisonment, or denial of human rights. Okay, so to elaborate this one, behavior naman, behavior represents the actions or reactions taken by parties involved in the conflict. Okay, so this can be verbal or physical and include communication styles, gestures, or overt actions. Diba? So, behavior is how attitudes manifest outwardly. For instance, like for example, aggressive behavior often reflects underlying negative attitudes. Diba? Kung ikaw ay merong aggressive behavior, of course, negative yung attitude mo, kaya ka naging aggressive. Okay, so similarly, cooperative behavior can reflect positive attitudes. Kaya nga nabanggit natin kanina, lahat yan sila interconnected. Lahat yan sila maapektuhan or nagkaka-connect yan silang tatlo. Next one, sa letter C, we have the context. Example dyan, we have the unjust land ownership, lack of jobs, opportunities, scarce natural resources, etc. So to elaborate this one, context refers to the environment. Okay, siya yung parang surroundings natin. Environment or external factors surrounding the conflict. So it includes the social, the cultural, historical, and economic conditions that influence the conflict. Okay, so basically, kumbaga yun yung lugar. Okay, that is the context. Okay, so context can shape both attitudes and behaviors. Okay, for example, a history of discrimination, okay, can create a context that fosters mistrust or attitude and leads to protests or behavior. Okay, so basically, itong ABC of conflict, lahat yan sila are interconnected, at mahalaga na i-consider natin sila. We have to be careful about considering this three. Okay, so that is the ABC of conflict. Alright, so next one, we have the tree conflict analysis or tree of conflict. So kanina meron tayong EBC of conflict, which is the attitude, the behavior in conflict. Now, the second method or approaches that we can use in conflict analysis or assessment is what we call the tree conflict analysis or tree of conflict. Okay, so this conflict tree offers a method for a team, organization, or group to identify the issues that each of them sees as important in a specific situation. So we have the causes or roots, the core problem or yung trunk, and then the effects or yung branches. Okay, so tree conflict analysis or tree of conflict. So this conflict tree is a graphic tool using the image of a tree to identify and sort key issues in a conflict. So mamaya, meron akong i-flash dyan na example of a tree conflict. So basically, ano talaga siya, literally tree. Okay, so meron tayong leaves, meron tayong trunks or yung stem, and then meron tayong roots. Okay, so conflict tree is used with a group having difficulties in agreeing about the core problem in their situation and with a group who needs to decide about which issues of the conflict to be addressed first. So yun nga, conflict talaga siya. Okay, so kaya gagamitin natin yung tree of conflict for us to be able to easily understand, evaluate, and assess the conflict. Okay? Ayan. So this is an example or a diagram of an example of a conflict tree. So as you can see here, meron tayong leaves. Ayan, yung green na yan. So meron tayong effects. Ano ba yung mga effects na yon? So we have fear. Ano pa ba yan? Killing, suspicion, heart, misrepresentation. So yun yung mga nagiging epekto, okay, ng conflict. Now next one, we have the trunk. Okay, so meron tayong core problem. Yun yung core problem. Kumbaga yun talaga yung topic, di ba? Dun sa certain conflict na yun. And then sa root naman, di ba? Tatlo rin to sa tree of conflict. Sa roots naman, we have the causes. Kung meron tayong pinaka-core problem, meron tayong causes, of course, meron din tayong effect. Okay, so this one is an example of a conflict tree. Okay? Okay, so let's begin with the causes or yung root ng ating tree of conflict. So as you can see here, so diba sa causes we have the freedom and equity. So this is dependent or depends on the situation or the conflict that we have, diba? So kasi hindi naman lahat ng conflict ito yung reason. Okay, so it depends. Basta this one is an example lang. Okay, so the root symbolizes structural or what we call static factor. So what is this one na structural structural factors. Ano ba to? Okay, so structural factors are the root causes and the basic reason of the conflict. So meaning yung talagang rason, kung ano ba talaga yung naging rason ng conflict, that is what we call structural factors na nire-represent ng root natin. Okay, so basically, pag tinawag nating root sa ating tree of conflict, that is basically the causes of the conflict, and these causes are what we call the structural factors. Kung ano ba talaga yung basic reason of the conflict. Like for example, yung meron halimbawa, may dalawang magkaibigan, 'di ba? Tapos nag-away sila. So kung ano ba yung naging reason, halimbawa, yung isa kasi parang hindi na siya parang lumayo yung loob niya, siguro parang nasigawan siya, nasabihan siya ng parang salita na medyo offensive sa kanya, 'di ba? So parang nagtampo siya. So conflict 'yon, 'di ba? Conflict 'yon. So kung yung napagsalitaan siya ng parang slightly offensive sa kanya, that is what we call basic reason of the conflict, and we can call it as a structural factors. Okay? So basically, yan yung tinatawag nating root sa ating tree of conflict. Alright, so next one, we have the trunk, or kung sa halaman, we have the stem. Okay, so basically, the trunk represents the manifest issues linking structural factors with the dynamic factors. So basically, kung yung roots natin, those are structural factors or yung basic reasons of the conflict, ito naman trunk are the manifest issues. So ano naman tong manifest issues na to? So manifest issues basically are what the conflict parties want to talk about, or basically the topic of the conflict. Okay, so kung ano ba yung gusto nilang pag-usapan, kung ano ba yung pinag-uusapan nila. So sa example natin kanina, ang core problem nila is land alienation. Okay, basta sa core problem, kung ano ba yung topic na gusto nilang pag-usapan, okay, kumbaga kung ano yung agenda nila, kung what or both parties want to talk about, or kung ano ba yung agenda nila doon sa certain conflict na yun, that is what we call the manifest issues under the core problem, which is it represents the trunk in our tree or in our tree of conflict. Okay, like for example, ang core problem dito is land alienation. Kaya kanina, 'di ba, may nabanggit tayong mga causes doon sa roots natin. Okay? So next one sa ating tree of conflict, nandito na tayo sa leaves. Okay? Basically, ito yung leaves, and kapag tinawag nating leaves, it represents the effects of the conflict, kung ano ba yung nagiging epekto ng conflict na yon. So the leaves moving in the wind represent the dynamic factors. Okay, ano naman tong dynamic factors? Kung yung sa roots natin, those are structural factors, and then sa trunk natin or yung mga manifest issues sa ating leaves naman, that is what we call the dynamic factors. So pag tinawag natin dynamic factors, it includes the form of communication, escalation level, and relationship aspects, and so on. Sa effects natin, basically this one is the effect. Diba, literally the effect of the conflict, diba? So sa core problem natin kanina, diba, we have the land alienation, diba? So ang effect nun is ano ba 'yon? Killing, diba? Fear or takot. Ano pa ba? Suspicion, hatred, diba? And misrepresentation. So yun yung pwedeng maging epekto kapag nagkaroon tayo ng land alienation. Okay? That is what we call the dynamic factors. Okay, so we also have what we call the conflict mapping. Okay, conflict mapping is basically a visual method to show the relationships between conflict parties. Okay, so it provides the opportunity to identify the real and potential allies and opportunities. So basically, ang conflict mapping doon natin makikita, kasi kumbaga parang imamap natin siya. Okay, 'di ba? Para silang mga interconnected, 'di ba? So in conflict mapping, makikita natin doon kung ano ba yung relationships between the conflict parties. Okay, kung ano ba yung pwede nating gawin, 'di ba? Doon natin ma-identify kung ano ba yung pwede nating gawin para ma-solve yung problem na yon. Okay, so that is what we call the conflict mapping. Also, it provides the opportunity to identify the real and potential allies and opportunities para mas maayos pa natin yung conflict, and mas maaga pa na maayos yung conflict. Alright, so that's all for this lesson. So let's summarize what we have discussed. So we have discussed the conflict analysis, diba? So in conflict analysis, we are going to analyze, evaluate, and understand what are those causes, what are those core problems, what can be the effect of that certain conflict for us. Okay, so diba, sa conflict analysis, meron tayong two method na diniscuss. So meron tayong what we call the EBC of conflict, or what we call basically that is the abbreviation of the attitude, diba? Kasi top tier talaga yung attitude when it comes to conflict. Kaya nagkakaroon tayo usually ng conflict dahil sa attitude natin. Diba? And then, letter B for behavior. Kumbaga, naging reaction natin for that certain attitude. And then, next one, we have the context. Or kumbaga, yung naging environment natin. That is what we call the ABC of conflict. And these three are interconnected. Ibig sabihin, lahat sila magkakakonect para natin maaayos yung isang situation or paano ba nagkakaroon ng isang conflict. Okay, so next method, we have the tree of conflict. Now, in tree of conflict, di ba, of course, di ba, sa tree merong mga dahon, merong trunk, di ba, merong branches, and also, of course, we have the roots, di ba? So, that is literally also a tree of conflict. Now, in tree of conflict, sa, di ba, first one, we have the leaves, that is dynamic factors. So, what are those dynamic factors? Kung bagay magiging epekto ng conflict na yon, di ba, sa that certain individual. Okay, di ba? Yung roots naman, those are the causes. Di ba? Kung ano ba yung basic reason of that conflict, that is what we call the causes or the roots, di ba? That represents in our ABC of tree of conflict rather. And then third one, we have yung trunk or kumbaga yung stem ng ating tree. Okay, that is the core problem or the topic na gustong pag-usapan ng both parties para maayos yung conflict na yon. Okay, so those are the content of this lesson. I hope you gained something. I hope this one is very comprehensive towards you. So that's all for my part. Thank you so much.